right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. You already know it's the Madam Prezident Morning Show. Let me play my theme song. All right, guys, it's Monday. I hope everyone had a really good weekend. This will not be a long segment today. First and foremost, I just want to say I'm glad that you made it in. Happy Monday, everybody. You're tuned to the Madam President Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a pleasure to be with my folks. I got Ron in the building. Good morning, Grand Rising. I got William in the building. Please let me know where you are tuned in from. Me personally, born and raised Chicago. However, I do live in Atlanta, Georgia. So with that being said, it's quite a bit that has been happening over the weekend. Oh, my girl, Linda. What's up, Linda? I think she's in Cali, but this is my girl. She's here with us every single day of the week. I really appreciate you all. All right, Naptown, Indianapolis. Yep, and then Deborah, my girl, Deborah. Deborah, where are you? What city you in? Oh, okay, New York. Okay. All right, I like New York. I'll be visiting New York soon. I don't know if it's gonna be April or May, but I will be in New York soon. All right, I want to go ahead and get right to it. We lost a beautiful legend this weekend, Angie Stone. Now, I like to say that, I'm a big fan of Angie Stone because of Mahogany Soul. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. In fact, I always talk about, I love her rendition of The Makings of You, which was Curtis Mayfield's. I believe he was the original person who did The Makings of You, and then Angie Stone did it as an interlude on Mahogany Soul, and it is one of the most beautiful songs in the world, and I love it. But we lost Angie Stone this weekend. Supposedly an 18-wheeler hit her passenger, like she was in a Sprinter van, her and her crew, and she was the only one who did not survive as of right now, I believe. I'm not sure of how strenuous other people's injuries are or how, deep their injuries are. I'm not really sure, but as of right now, she is the only one who had been reported as deceased. So in this particular thing, like I was saying, I'm a big fan of Mahogany Soul, so I was bumping Mahogany Soul all Saturday. The first opening song on Mahogany Soul, she says, "Hey, sister, soul sister, sister, soul sister." So first of all, this is me at like 17 years old, listening to Angie Stone, coming to realize I am a soul sister. 17 years old, up and down. Here I am thinking, I must be a soul sister. But she said, some of you may be feeling this. You may not know what I'm getting ready to come with. This may be for you. This may be for you. She said, but those of you who are bumping your head up and down real good because you feeling this, it's you. This one is for you. She said, leaders of the pack, you know who you are, leaders of the pack. So I am a big fan of people who are still, she took the time to make beautiful work, and it resonated with me so much. In fact, my cousin likes to say I gave her a triple platinum award for Mahogany Soul because I would play it so much. Anyways, there's something that she said before she left. She did this video around December. And in December, she talked about how she was just never paid her royalties. So I want you all to see the video. You know my motto, don't take my word for it. I would like to show you so you can see for yourself. So stand by really quickly as I play this video for you. And I want you to put Angie Stone in a chat once you can see it. Put Angie Stone in a chat once you can see it. Put Angie Stone in the chat. So it says 3 months ago, Grammy-nominated singer Angie Stone called out Universal Music Group for taking her royalties. Today, she passed away, never getting paid properly. All right, you all can see it. You can see it. Good. All right, you can see it. Angie Stone is in the chat. All right, I'm going to go over here really quickly so you all can see what she said via video. All right, here's the video that she was talking about how she was never paid her royalties. Put royalties in business. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs, all the songs that I've done. I'm only coming to find out they were after 40-something years in the business. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, after 40-something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs, all the songs that I've done. I'm only coming to find out they were after 40-something years in the business. 40-something years in the business. You know, I'm really upset about this. And the reason that I'm upset is because, I want every Black person in this world, in America, exactly, to have the goodness that they are due. I think it's such a misfortune for us to participate in every aspect of humanity and then get the short end of the stick. So let's just talk about this really quickly. I believe, and I'm going to say this, and I stand on this, I stand on business when I say this. The music industry itself should be paying Black artists reparations. I repeat, the music industry itself should be paying Black artists reparations. It is a historical fact that the music industry is known for predatory deals. The music industry is known to be a lying industry, vile. And it's very unfortunate and unfair for artists to put in their own, not just sweat equity, but their creativity. They enhance this world with their art. Like I said, the woman made the album Mahogany Soul, I don't know how many years ago, had to be over 20 years ago. I can still play it today and feel good. That's art, the work of God. Anyways, the industry has been doing this for centuries. So you already know Cadillac Records. You remember the movie Cadillac Records. The most powerful scene, and if I can find it, I will play it for us one day. But the most powerful scene in Cadillac Records is when one of the dudes, he's an artist, Buddy, and he's riding around and he keep getting new Cadillacs, but they ain't getting no money. They keep getting cars. Give him a car, give him a car, give him a car. The women are mad at the men because the men ain't bringing the money to the house. And then, the children are mad at the men because they on the road and there ain't no money coming in, but you singing and you're popular. But you just got new cars. But when there was a moment where the man, this was so powerful. First of all, y'all got to know I like TV and film. So I like movies, I like music, all of that. So one day he has to go over to one of the white male music executives' house. He went over to his house and he's living large. He living large, house big, got staff, everything. Meanwhile, he's looking around like, wait. You're just the executive. How are you living like this? Now, he didn't say this because, of course, not many folks going to articulate themselves in that manner in the 60s and 40s and 50s, while also thinking that you need white men to, make you famous. So it's a very thin line that most people tread. All that to say, he looked around at his house. He said, now, wait a minute. It was a very powerful scene. But the difficult part about our position in the music industry is that, they are constantly eating. When I say they are constantly eating, it's constant. They constantly have the rules and regulations because guess what? Distribution. This is one of the things that we don't learn in school though, right? Let me tell you why. Think about if we were in school and instead of learning about shit that don't matter no more, like literally sitting in school talking about the Pearl Harbor, on and on again, but no one gives you insight on how to become a distribution company. What is distribution? What is merchandising? What is commerce? Words that we never heard in school. Words we never heard in school, but people, this is how the world goes round. But people did not think that we were going to be a part of what makes the world go round, besides in the capacity of service. So all that to say that Angie Stone, she left this world. She did her part. She made her music. She made her mark. Unfortunately, I hope that her family continues to fight to get what's due to her because she is deserving of what's due to her. Now, I try to stay away from what people deserve. I am not God. I don't know what people deserve and what they do not deserve. But I can guarantee you that if an artist put in their work to accomplish something, their creativity, I do believe they should have what belongs to them, which is their royalties and their money, etc. It also positions us as a people, we can retire. These artists, 60 some years old, I know they love music, but most of them would like to be in a position where they don't have to keep singing if they don't want to. Let it be their choice, not it has to be, what they have to do. But anyways, RIP to Angie Stone. Thank you for Mahogany Soul so much. All right, moving on to really quickly. Do not forget, you all are tuned to flynubianmoney.com. This isn't just a segment with me. These are my sisters that are also a part of this enterprise. flynubianmoney.com is where you go if you want to get your mind up. If you want to get your money up, you start here. Also, text Queens to 87948. Do not forget to text Queens to 87948. And if you want to keep up with Madam President, feel free to text Madam MADAM to 87948. But I have one even better for you because Madam President has finally got her digital platform up and running in different capacities. So I want to drop my link inside of the comment section so you all can visit my store and give me your emails and all these other good stuff so we can stay connected. Madam President, it's the Stan Store / Madam President. Let's see if I can do this myself. I be acting like a granny, y'all. Like, come on, man. I should be able to do this quickly. But and I'm not. So anyways, I'm going to move on and just say that we're going to go on to the next story. So this story was very, very interesting. You know, my motto, don't have to take it from me. You can see it for yourself. This lady is suing the school district. Take a look at this right here. Let me know where you could see it. Put school in the chat. Put school in the chat. Put school in the chat. Put school in the chat when you can see it. I want to make sure you can see it. Let me know if you can see it. Oh, no, that's not it. All right, you got school in the chat. All right, cool. So you can see this. All right, so this is a young lady. She is, you know, a former high school graduate, and I want you to read. I want to read to you her story. It's this right here. Another one. Woman graduated from high school with honors but couldn't read or write. Now she is suing her school district. So she says they would just either tell me to stay in a corner and sleep or just draw pictures or flowers for them. Or it's said about her earlier education. When she was in high school, Ortiz relied on speech to text programs and other apps to read or write essays. Ortiz said her mother, who does not speak English well, tried to get answers. Ortiz graduated from the Hartford Public School system last year, but she says she is now illiterate and still doesn't know how to read or write. A Connecticut college student is suing the Hartford Board of Education and the city of Hartford for negligence. So this isn't the first time I've heard of a story like this. This is becoming a little bit consistent. There's this notion or this thing where I don't know who's giving them the idea that they can also sue for not knowing how to read and write. To me, I think that all parties involved are responsible. If you have the mind to know that you should be able to read and write, then you also have the mind to know that you need to advocate for reading and writing. I imagine that learning how to read, write, speaking multiple languages is not an easy task, especially as you become older. But yeah, that learning is also a personal responsibility. The school system failed her. However, I think, you know, by the time she was in, you know, maybe freshman year, there could have been a little bit more like, I got to figure this out. I'm not reading, I'm not able to write, and I need to figure this out. I don't know. Do you guys feel like I'm being too harsh? Because she is a high school student. But I'm just thinking, like, you know, I was once a high school student, and when I didn't know certain things, I expressed it. I said, I'm having a hard time with this. I need to learn this, or Spanish is hard for me. My tongue don't turn. So what can I do? I don't know. Am I being too harsh, or should this particular thing require a little bit more sensitivity, and I should be harder on the school system? The reason that I believe that the school system is, you know, the school system is responsible, but you give these teachers 35 students and everybody is not going to get this special treatment. It's not possible. You know, the student teacher ratio in our way of living is just not possible. When I was in high school, I like telling this story every now and again, but when I was in high school, I never forget, I had a gym teacher, and we used to have seasonal, we would have gym, and we would have swimming. Or in this particular case in high school, the girls didn't want to swim because they didn't want to get their hair messed up. So I remember coming to the pool because for some reason The teacher used to bring us to the pool, take attendance at the pool. I would never forget it. This is me in high school. I go to the teacher. I said, we come into this class every day, because you already know these classes are daily. We come to this class every day and, we're not using the pool and I want to learn how to swim. I said, we're not doing anything and you're not even making us do anything. I feel like I was a little bit like, damn, I stood up for myself, and I was like, so I want to learn how to swim. And this teacher looked at me, he was a young white guy. He looked at me, he said, well, if you want to learn how to swim, bring your swimsuit, bring your stuff, and I'll teach you. And I kid you not, that's exactly what he did. I had already had some experience swimming. Now, here's what I like to say about swimming. You can throw me in the pool, but baby, don't throw me in the ocean. All right. I don't know how well I would survive, but in that moment, I realized that I wanted to do something. There was resources here for me to do it. And it would be better for me to articulate and advocate for myself in this space versus not. So with that being said, if you're a young person and you know how to advocate for yourself, my recommendation, please do so. Do so. If you know that you can't read, tell somebody that you can't read. Do not be embarrassed. I don't care how old you are. Tell somebody, hey, I'm struggling. I need help. Can you give me more help? Because that's important. All right, moving on. In other good news, this is one of my favorite artists in general. I don't get a chance to kind of see what's going on with him enough, but our good old brother, Master P. If you can see Master P, please put it in the chat. Put Master P in the chat. Put Master P in the chat. If you can see Master P, please. Master P. Yeah, that's right. Master P. All right, I'm coming right now. I'm just adding some things to the chat for us too. All right, so here's what you need to know about Master P. According to what is current, University of New Orleans hires music and business mogul Master P as president of basketball operations. The New Orleans hip hop and business mogul has been named the president of the basketball operations at the University of New Orleans. The move was made official during a press conference on Wednesday, February 26, where Master P, born Percy Miller, revealed his plans to restore glory to his hometown university's basketball program. Today is history, he began. We've come a long way. Growing up in New Orleans, when I was a kid, I looked at the University of New Orleans basketball program as probably one of the best in the country. Every kid wanted to come to Lakefront Arena and be a part of this. Master P continued, I'm just so appreciative and blessed that God has given me this opportunity to rebuild this program. We're going to change this. This is our culture. This is our team, and this is our family. We want to give the family love out here in the city to bring the people back where it should be at. The No Limit boss is promising to change the culture at UNO, University of New Orleans. And he's got his work cut out for him as the Privateers fell to a lowly 4-25 following loss to Texas A&M Commerce on Monday. The team is yet to secure a win on its home floor this season. Oh my God. Master P, what you gonna do, man? It seemed like you got a really bad team that you've just inherited. All right, so here's the thing. I am a big Master P fan. Number one, we just got to give a shout out to a man who he just paved his way. He said, I want to do music, and he does music. He said, I want to play in the NBA, and he plays in the NBA. He says, I want to, make cereal. He makes cereal. And then he also says, I want to be the president of, basketball for a failing university in my hometown. And he does it. So I like Master P. I like who he is, what he does. And I'm happy for him. I wish him the best. And could you imagine having a life where everything that you ever wanted comes to pass? No, I'm genuinely asking you that question because it's possible. He is a living example of, I wanted to do music, and I've had the biggest moment in musical history at a period of time. He had his moment. And then he says, well, I'm good enough to play basketball. I want to play in the NBA. And he goes and he does that. And then, just all these other business adventures. I just really think that, Master P is definitely a good example of live your dream. Okay, live your dream, go after it. Do not hesitate. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to make sure that you all check out the Madam President stand store. Let me give you a quick look really quickly. If you find yourself in online, I want you all to sign up for my email list too. So please, this is how you can keep up with me directly. You can go to the stand store. This is my store. If you can see it, type Madam President in the chat, and it's with a Z, Madam President in the chat. But here, all my things, all the things, my ebook, Matters of the Heart, which is something that I'm very proud of, my thoughts, my words, my mind, my short stories, my Facebook posts, my poetry. I was always the person who wrote poems growing up. So this is important to me. Also, I just want to say that I know a lot of people be using Chat GPT and things to create, but art. I want you to know the cover of my book comes from a friend of mine. His name is Justin. And I don't want to talk about it completely, but he's a beautiful artist, and he does a beautiful work, and he is not cheap. And I say that in context of, so many people think they have found the way around everything. I'm a person still paying invoices to other people to get things accomplished. So with that being said, feel free, please sign up with the Madam President ebook. Check it out, download it, read it. Let me know your favorite part. Let me know what pieces you really enjoy. Do not forget, this is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. This is where you go to get your money up. This is where you go to grow. All right. This is our time. I am going to let you all have the best day possible. I will see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much. Have a good Monday.